Hi, I'm Marianne DiMascio with The Green Scene, and we're here today with Maura O'Gara, who is the Energy Programs Coordinator for Mass Energy Consumers Alliance. And she's here to talk about the programs that they have at Mass Energy. And one of the programs they have is a new electric car buying program. And we have her new Chevrolet Volt here today. So before we go into the studio, we're just going to take a short tour of this Chevrolet Volt and see how it is that it works and how it looks like or unlike other typical cars that you would get.
Yeah, sure. Yes, I took advantage of our program myself, and so this is a recent acquisition for me. The 2017 Volt. I have two children, so I do a lot of transporting of people and erranding and whatnot. So I definitely wanted to have space, so we can look around the back here. And you can see the trunk is sufficient for your basic erranding needs, shopping bags and groceries and whatnot, equipment for the kids.
And the seats fold down.
Do fold down.
That's great.
So you can extend your storage.
And let's go this way, just take a peek inside.
Sure. So my kids like the seats. They're very comfortable. And it's roomy enough. I have the two kids.
All right, and I think one of the most interesting things is understanding how you charge up your car. You go home, you plug it in. So let's take a look at how you do that. And it's right over here.
So when I go home, I pull into my driveway. This is the special cord that comes with the vehicle. You'll notice that this is connected over here to just a normal outlet. There's no special outlet required. It's pretty standard, if I can get it in. There we go. And then there, on the side, you just press that open. And voila.
And that's it.
That's it. And you'll notice here that there's a green light that's now blinking. And so that's letting me know that it's charging, although I can also look on my phone. There's a special app that you get with the car, and I can see how far it's charged, how long it will be until it's fully charged. I can see how the tire pressure is on the car.
Fabulous.
I can precondition it, so if I know I'm going out in 5 or 10 minutes, I precondition it.
I assume that means starting it up early, like
so
one of those.
Yes, it starts the car, but you're not draining the battery because you're still plugged in.
Okay.
So you get into a nice, comfortable car.
Okay.
And then that's it.
This sounds great. So I'm thinking we're going into the studio, but you might want to just leave this plugged in.
I think I will.
You're going home and you want to make sure it's charged up.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. So let's go inside and we'll talk about some of the other programs of Mass Energy Consumers Alliance and this program in particular, which I actually am very excited about, an opportunity to get an electric vehicle with some discounts from local dealers.
Great.
All right. And here we are in the studio. We've taken our jackets off. We've left the EV outside or in the garage, and have a chance today to talk to Maura O'Gara from Mass Energy Consumer Alliance. And I would like to just start off saying how I first heard about Mass Energy. So when I first moved here about 10 years ago, I was looking for an oil company, someone to deliver oil to our house, and asked around, and there were so many varying opinions. And then someone told me about Mass Energy, and it was the greatest find. Basically, you can say more of the details, but for me, it was a place you pay a small membership fee. They track the oil prices for you, and I get my oil delivered, and I don't have to worry about calling around to find out what's the best price here or there. And I've just loved the program. So that's how I first heard about you. But let me just start off by having you say a little bit about Mass Energy and what you do, sort of the broader picture.
Yeah, sure. So Mass Energy Consumers Alliance is the full name, but we go by Mass Energy for short. And we started in 1982. And our mission is to make energy affordable and environmentally sustainable So under that, we have, a number of programs. The one that you're referring to is our discount heating oil program. And that was our first program. So it's been around a long time because next year will be our 35th anniversary. So how that works, like you mentioned, it's sort of like a co-op or a group buy. So we negotiate pricing with a network of full-service dealers. And so how it works is you sign up like you did. You do have a membership fee, which I'll talk about in a minute. But then we pair you with a dealer, and then you can call up and start getting your discounted oil. So the membership price is $25 per household. But if you're on a fixed income or if you're a senior, it goes down to $15. And if you're on fuel assistance, it's free. So, you definitely do make your membership fee back.
I certainly
in
have.
Savings.
In convenience, definitely, and then in savings from the good prices on oil.
Yeah. We over the last 3 years, I think we've had an average savings of 38 cents below the state per gallon, below the state average. So that's great. I mean, I think what we promise is 15 to 20 cents, but we've been doing great for the last few years, so our members have been really happy.
That's great. I just got this in the mail the other day, Mass Energy newsletter, and I'll hold this up, and over here, right here, you can't see it that well here, but it does show there's a graph showing the price of oil in the state, and then the darker blue down below is the price that we pay as members of Mass Save. So
Mass Energy.
Which
is an interesting point, actually,
because
we do get a lot of calls because people confuse us with Mass Save, which is a statewide program that focuses on energy efficiency. And as an organization, we focus on energy efficiency too, so we regularly promote Mass Save. So it gets a little confusing because there's overlap in our work and our names are quite similar. But
I just did that, right?
Yes, right.
So is there anything else you want to say about the discount oil program?
Well, just that it is super simple to enroll. You can do it online. Our website is massenergy.org, and you can see it just on the home page. You can click to the oil program. Or you can call the office and sign up over the phone. And then, like I mentioned, it's a pretty simple process. We, assign you a full-service dealer, and then you can start enjoying the savings. So.
Right, and it took out a lot of the hassle for me. New back to this area 10 years ago. Who do I call?
Right.
And you get one dealer, and then they come. I have it on I don't know what it's called, automatic delivery, so they deliver when they assess when I need oil, and I've never run out, and I've always had enough.
Right. Yeah, there's flexibility in how you receive your oil and how you pay for your oil, if you want to do cash on delivery, if you want to do a planned out payment. So there's different options.
Okay. I just wanted to say the phone number too,
Yes.
1-800-287-3950. So people can just call that number to get access to it.
Yes, thank you. And it would be extension 4 for the heating oil program. Yeah, and we also have an oil bank that we have donations. We take in donations and will pay for oil deliveries for those who their fuel assistance oil may have run out, or they need an emergency delivery.
So people could donate to the fuel bank or
the oil bank.
Yeah.
Well, or if they need to, they can. That's right, draw from it. Yeah.
All right. So that's one of your 2 permanent programs.
Right.
And I know you have another one also.
Yeah. So we also offer green power programs. We have actually 2 different green power programs, but they both achieve the same thing. It's a really easy, effective way for folks to green their electricity and significantly reduce their carbon footprint. So we buy green power on behalf of our members. So how it would work is just say, for every kilowatt hour of electricity that you use, we make sure that 1 kilowatt hour of electricity produced from local, clean, renewable energy sources goes onto the grid on your behalf. So we can't like make the electrons from the turbine in Situate go to your house, but we can make sure that it gets on the grid on your behalf so that the fossil fuel doesn't.
And how do you sign up for that?
So that, again, is very easy. Same option as the oil heat. You can go online and there's a simple form to fill out. You will need your electricity, your account number for your electric account. So you can sign up online, you can sign up on the phone, same phone number, but this time it would be extension 5 for the green power. Now, you do choose which green power program. I mentioned there were 2. One is New England Wind, which is 100% wind power from turbines in Massachusetts. And then the other option is New England Green Start, which is a mix of sources. So you have the wind, but you also have solar and low impact hydro. So you can choose between which program you're interested in, and then depending on when your billing cycle is, it could take up to 2 months, depending on how it works. But then it will show up on your electricity bill. There'll be a green power charge. You'll be able to see, so you see the green power charge. There is a premium for the green power. For the New England Wind, it costs 3.8 cents per kilowatt hour above what you pay for basic. And then for New England Green Start, which is the mix, it costs 2.4 cents per kilowatt hour above what you pay for basic. But I should say, before I forget, that that premium that you pay is 100% tax deductible. So at the end of the year, we would send you information saying, okay, you used X amount of green power, and then you can use that if you itemize on your taxes to.
Okay. And do you, I signed up for it, but I think I mentioned to you I don't recall getting that every year. So I'm wondering, do you have to re-sign up or you just stay on it? I just have to check that I'm still signed up.
You have to make sure that you're still signed up. There are things that can happen. People move and then they're automatically taken off the program. So there are things that can happen that I'm not sure in your case. There's also, we have a member site, so you can always go in and log in and see your account and see your payments and also as a backup.
And that works out to about how much per month? If what's an average amount of electricity per month?
So it's really difficult to give an average amount of electricity usage.
So just give an amount.
It's we tend to say 600 kilowatt hours is the average typical household usage per month. Some households use a lot less and some households use a lot more. But if you're going, that average about 600 kilowatt hours a month, if you were to enroll in the New England Wind program, you're looking at about $19 above what you'd pay for your basic service. And then for New England Green Start, it's would probably be around $14 or $14 for that. So
it's a good feeling to know that you're supporting and making an investment essentially in wind power or renewable sources around locally too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You can feel great about your electricity, because 100% of your electricity is covered by local renewable energy sources. And because our organization, what we do is we go into long-term contracts with developers of small renewable energy projects. And we say, hey, our members will buy your green power for the next, 10, 20, 25 years. So we can negotiate a decent deal for how much that green power will cost, but we're also helping them to get built. It's the incentive they need in order to
that they know that they have so many customers.
That they
let me ask that question too. How many people are involved in the green green power and how many are involved in the discount oil? I forgot to ask that before.
Sure. Yeah. So for the green power programs, we have about 8,000 members. And then for the discount heating oil, we have between 12 and 13,000 members.
Okay. And I know that if you are a member and you refer other people, you have some benefits also.
Yes, that's right. We do have a referral that we offer to folks that have a friend or a family member sign up with us for either program. There are referrals made, and I'm trying to remember the details for the discount heating oil, but definitely for the green power, there's a $50 referral that we offer, $25 the first year, and then if the person's still a member, $25 the next.
Great. All right. So now those are the two permanent programs, and we started our show today with the Chevrolet Volt outside, and that's part of the electric vehicle program that you have going on. So talk a little about that, first of all, that you have some programs that are just time restricted.
Yeah, sure. So we have short-term programs as well that we do regularly. In the past, we've run solar programs. I should mention we are going to do a solar program coming up, so
all right, if we have time, we'll go into that one.
I don't have too much information. I just know it's coming, so you can keep your ears open to hear more about that in the future. But there will be another solar program. We've run other programs as well, high-efficiency heat pump programs, and right now we're running an electric vehicle program called Drive Green with Mass Energy, which is a fabulous program.
I'm very excited about this. My car died, the engine just overheated, it's gone, and I had been looking at them, but now this has just pushed it a little bit further, and I was looking at some of the prices online last night and the website, and I'm very excited to further investigate and to see if I can get one of these electric vehicles.
Yes, I myself have participated in the program, as you saw the Volt out there. So it works similarly to the oil in the sense it's a group buy kind of program. We've negotiated deals with a number of dealerships who have electric vehicles. Right now, currently under the program, we have the Chevy Volt, the Nissan Leaf, and the Ford Fusion Energy and the Ford C-Max Energy are the cars that are currently in the program, but we hope to expand that. The Toyota's coming out with a new plug-in, and the Kia Soul. There are lots of vehicles out there, so we're trying to expand. I know there's a new minivan, I think that's
now
has electric. So we'd love to try to incorporate more makes and models that are out there. But for right now, we have those, and there are different dealers involved partnering with us in this program, and they do offer different deals. If you go to our website, massenergy.org, you can get to the Drive Green information from the homepage.
It was very easy to get there when I looked last night.
Okay, great. And you'll see that if you go to the Compare Cars, you'll see photos of the cars, and there are links to the deals. So if you click on those links, you'll see what each dealership is offering, and some of them are quite significant.
Yeah, the one I was looking at one that was $8,000 off the MSRP, the manufacturer's suggested retail price, and then plus the rebates and tax credits. So could you say a little bit more about that? So let me just simplify to say, all right, if you're interested in an electric car, you go to your website, and it's not just pure electric, that your car, for example, is electric and fuel. So if you don't get your 50-odd miles, if you do your 50-odd miles, you still can drive on gas. Some of them are just pure electric, like the Nissan Leaf.
That's right. And so they're all plug-ins.
Okay.
So they all have to be plugged in, and they have electric batteries.
Okay,
So
as opposed to a lot of people are familiar with the Prius, where it just recharges when you're driving.
Right.
So that's the difference.
Right.
Okay,
That's the difference. Yeah. So they're all plug-ins, and that's what qualifies them for the state rebate, which is up to $2,500. So, for example, the Nissan Leaf or the Chevy Volt would qualify for the full $2,500. Whereas I think the Ford Energy vehicles, because their battery size is a little smaller, their rebate is a bit smaller. It's still very significant. And that's the same with the federal tax credit. The federal tax credit is up to $7,500, but depending on the battery size of the car, it may not qualify for the full $7,500. Right. And of course, you also have to have a tax liability of at least $7,500
right.
in order to claim it.
In taxes, that's all you're going to get back. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
So there's great incentives that are out there for anyone to take advantage of, but those who participate in our program have the added advantage of the discounted pricing.
Right. So the one I looked at last night that looked like the best deal was a car. Let's see. It was expensive. It's more expensive than if you went out to buy a similar gas car. I think it was 37 minus 8,000.
Okay.
Brought you down to 29,000 minus 10,000 in the credits and the rebates brought you down to 19,000, which I haven't bought a new car in a while, but I think cars cost a little more than 19,000 if you want to get a decent car. And then you won't have the money to spend on gas.
That's right.
I hear maintenance is a lot less frequent if you have an electric car also.
Yeah, so you're saving on maintenance. And even, I think it's surprising to people to hear that it actually costs less to charge your car than it does to, the gas prices are so low right now, and it seems that electricity is so high, but even given the current status of prices for both resources, it's cheaper to actually charge your car than it is to fill up at the gas station.
And just not getting out in the cold to be at a gas station in the winter with the wind blowing. I
love driving by the gas station instead of having to stop into the gas station. But it does, like you mentioned, I should point out, the Volt that I have, I can go 53 miles. That's an average. It does change depending.
You said less in the cold weather, more in the hot weather?
If it's extremely cold or if it's extremely hot, I think the battery doesn't charge as much as if, the more temperate temperatures. So it's an average. 53 is an average. So you'll find some months you can get more than 53. And some times you'll get less than 53.
Right. And then the Leaf is more 100 something?
So the Leaf is 107. So the difference there is the Leaf is all electric, 100% electric.
Right.
The Volt, you can go about 53 miles on the battery, and then it switches to gas. So for the Volt, you do have the two systems going, and with the Leaf, it is 100% electric.
Okay. And I was going to say something about the Volt and the switchover.
Well, the switchover is pretty, you don't know. I experienced it for the first time this past weekend, visiting my in-laws in Worcester. So we went through the about 53 miles on the battery, and I was waiting to experience the
switch, and you didn't even notice.
The switch, and it was. I really did not. I hardly noticed it at all. My husband indicated that he felt it was slightly noisier when it was in gas mode, but it's a very quiet ride regardless of which mode it's in. And you can physically change the mode yourself if you want. It defaults to the battery and the electrical mode, but you could, for whatever reason, just opt to drive with the gas if you wanted.
Okay. And we only have a few minutes, but just for simplicity's sake, someone who wants to buy one of these and go through your program, they do what I do and they look online. I didn't go further to checking off, contact me, and what are the next steps? What happens after that?
Yeah, sure. I want to point out too first that you don't have to buy. There are leasing options as well.
Leasing deals. I saw one for $135 a month.
I know.
Which is such a good deal.
It is.
You put down $1,500.
Yeah.
And you still get the $2,500 rebate. We were
Right.
calculating that one last night, and I thought maybe leasing is a way to go.
Well, yeah, a lot of people, leasing is becoming very popular with the electric cars. I think probably primarily because of the changes in technology are happening quite rapidly. But it's also attractive just because of the discounts that the dealers are giving on the leasing. It's really, I actually ended up leasing myself for the first time in my life with this Volt. So you can go to the website, you can compare the deals, and then you can just select which deals that you're most interested in online. And then that, it's basically called sign up for a test drive.
Okay.
Is how you go about it. And then the dealers will contact you and you can go meet with them and get all your questions answered.
Okay, that sounds great.
So.
And I want to say something also about the Chevrolet Bolt.
Yes.
We have only really just about 2 minutes left.
Okay.
So the Chevrolet Bolt is, supposedly people are calling that the game changer, that it's coming out soon in 2017, and it has capacity to go about 200 miles. And
238.
And that will be in your program if it comes. Your program only goes to February 28th.
Correct. Our program ends February 28th. The dealers are non-committal about when the Bolt will be available. I think it will be available by spring, which is, I'm not sure how that will, we would love to be able to offer a discount on the Bolt to our, members and anyone else. So we may run another program. We're not sure if we'll be able to get a discount on the Bolt, but it is a game changer. It's no range anxiety and 100% battery electric, so it's very exciting.
All right. So I think we'll wrap up. And I just wanted to also end saying that there are places to charge as more and more people get electric vehicles. There will be more. There's one around here at the Hanover Mall and other places. And there's an app online that you can use to find out where charging stations are.
Yeah,
and even like a type of like Airbnb, Uber kind of thing where you can go. People are saying you can plug into my house, and so that will come.
It's coming.
So.
Yes, it's all coming, and it's. I know the state is committed to putting them along the expressway and expressways and whatnot. So it's all coming.
Okay. And any last words for contact or anything else you'd like to add before we wrap up?
I just encourage folks to check out massenergy.org and see if any of our current programs are of interest, and they're welcome to call me personally if they want. My extension is 180, so if they call Mass Energy, the 800 number again is
800-287-3950.
Yes, I should have that memorized. But my extension is 180, and I'm Maura, so anyone's welcome to call me, and I would, if I don't know the answer, I would put them in touch with those.
Great. Well, thank you so much for being here today. Mass Energy Consumers Alliance is a great organization with good programs, and I am particularly excited about the newest one.
Well, you're a super member. I think you take advantage of multiple programs, so we appreciate it very much, and thank you for having me.
All right, great. Thank you all, and I'm Marianne DiMascio, and this is The Green Scene. Hope to see you watching here another day.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean.